All right, here's video part 2, going a bit more in depth to how to properly run a sound system, as this is one of the most crucial parts of good music. I'm going to walk you through my guide here, this four-page guide that will be posted up here soon. It will be available to you digitally as well as on the Discord. If you don't care about anything else, care about this first page. This first page is all that I ask that you care about. Colored, numbered, 1 through 5, and then the easy guide right here. The power up sequence. Power your mixer and your audio receiver, and whoever needs to plug in, if you want to plug in your guitar amp, your bass amp, you want to turn on your keys, all of that, turn it on first. Then you'll come over to the speakers, the PA mains, and the monitor, and then you'll turn those on. You'll see at the end of the day, reverse this sequence. So you're going to come to the PA mains, off, off, off. At then this point, you can tell people to unplug their instruments. You can come turn off the board and turn off the receivers. To set your gains, you're going to start with your master slider at unity. 0. 0 is unity. If I say unity, it means 0. And whoever you're gain checking, set them to 0 as well. Make sure over here they're set to 0, except for blue mic, which is currently a bit weird, so leave it as 6. From there, you're going to have them do the sound check. Say mic check, sing and play, whatever it is. Set your gain knob once. Don't mess with it. Set it to where they're touching unity. That's 2 through step 3. Then once you have the gain set, you can leave people's faders at unity. So say you have a whole band performing, right? Get the whole band performing. This is where you can mix the sound. So now your gain is locked. You've already touched a bit of your compression, your EQ, you've already fixed up your stage monitor. You've added the reverb that you like, and you have everything panned to how you like it. So now you're here, and you hear the guitars. The acoustic guitars are sounding good, but they're a bit loud, so you back them off. You hear all the singers fine, but you want to have the lead singer coming through blue mic doing more, so you back off the other 2 as needed. Third one as needed. Maybe back even off the lead singer a little bit. Should look something like that. Unlabeled here currently is 910 is electric guitar. Can bring that down to where it's not poking out over everything, but it is prominently heard when needed to for lead lines. Same goes for keys, somewhere around there. Keys are a bit more gentle, so you could probably bring them up. Bass currently in this configuration, you probably need to have it pretty low because the speaker is very loud. So you can have it down here. The whole idea is that the whole room feels the sound of the bass. So now you've created your mix, utilizing only your faders and your mute buttons. Stage 5, at this point, so now you're saying, okay, we're switching over to the pastor. Boom. That's all stage 5 is saying. Pastor's mic is on. You're making him sound nice to the point where it sounds like he's speaking, not like he's yelling at you through a mic. So you're somewhere like that. Pastor gets off, you mute his mic. You can leave the fader, you mute his mic, and you bring back on the band. Very important here at the bottom, obey this at all times. 2 controls you'll use all service. Your faders and your mute buttons. Do not touch the gain to solve problems. If you hear squeaking, squealing, reverberation, anything overpowering, bring down the fader. You don't want to mess up what you did over here. You have this fader available to you to bring that level down. You can't hurt the faders. You can definitely hurt the gain. All right, bringing us over to EQ. A quick little demonstration of this EQ. Some of the keywords here you'll find is the low, mid, high, which correspond to the 4 knobs with the selector in the middle. Some problems you'll come across, it's too much, it's muddy, it has, have the negative connotation words and the positive connotation words. I want some more warmth. it needs some more warmth or weight, or it sounds really muddy. You come over to whatever is causing that problem, you tweak the low sparingly to what you can do, to what you want to hear. Mid frequencies, this is the words, the body, and the honk. Pay attention to the body and the honk, and this is where clarity lives, because these two can be good and bad things, body and honk. Your mid frequency selector, you'll see here, this is body, and this is honk. Vocalists live in the body, so you want to bring them down to just below 1K, as you'll see here, have them spread out, and boost or cut them accordingly to fit together. This is also where you can reduce someone's presence in the mixes. That means simply to make them sound quieter without lowering their overall volume. You just take away some of their mids, where the singer lives. Finally, your high is your air, sparkle, and S sounds. Once again, singers need that. Don't mess around with that too much. For the guitar and keys, or the electric guitar, acoustic guitar and keys, you can take it out of bass, it doesn't really matter. Actually, it does matter. You probably want to take it out of bass, the high frequencies, otherwise you'll get lots of string tapping and slapping noises. If you don't understand how the board works, straight up means the knob is doing nothing. As you can see here, it's 0, -15, +15. Some quick tips that you should read through. You can read, I'll spare you the time. Some more quick tips on how to EQ things here. This is good reference for problem solving. If you hear things colliding, check these 3 boxes to see how you might properly EQ it. Finally, in this current configuration, we have 2 speakers and no subwoofer. So you can read that and see what that means. Basically saying that bass in the house is not going to be any more improved by these speakers than it is by the amp. So don't rely on these speakers to give you low-end sound. You'll just cloud up the room with that low frequency. All right, some more stuff, the compression, reverb, and stage monitor. This is you're getting further deeper into getting excellent with this stuff. We'll go over compression first. We talked about this in the first video. Channels 1 through 8 have it, this yellow knob, single knob, very hard to mess up. Your quiets and your louds are brought more even when you bring the compression up. Bring it down, you have a more dynamic performance that's more likely to peak when they shout and not be heard when they whisper. Comp is a good friend, can't really hurt you. Generally leave it in the middle. You can't touch it for these 2 channels, that's fine. Don't do it with the keys as much, and leave some on guitar. Aux 4 affects reverb. This is, like I said, this reverb module built in here. You set the length of your reverb, and you have the master control of it right here. Oh, sorry, aux 4. Aux 4 FX, ignore that. This white knob is where it lives. If you have your effects return on and your fader on, you can give each channel its own bit of reverb. Vocals should have it, pastor's mic should not. Acoustic guitars should have it. Keyboard should have a little bit of it. Do not put it on bass or electric. You see I kind of have it kind of low here, sitting about in the -20s, somewhere there. Trick for reverb is to bring it up to where you can hear it affecting the performance, and then bring it back so that it's sitting behind everybody and not in their way. Now here, aux 1, the speaker on the floor, stage monitor, you can see right next to the bass amp, is controlled by the first blue knob. This is the only blue knob you should have to worry about. You can put things in there with this blue knob. This is the master control for that. That's all you need to know about that. So you have this up, and you put whatever you want in that speaker as the pastor or the lead singer asks you to. You can do that. Finally, I'll take you over to the troubleshooting page. This is some stuff for when everything goes wrong. Feedback, squeal. Remember, don't mess with the gain. Pull the slider back. That's all you need to do. When performance is going on, when the service is started, leave your gain, pull back the fader unless something is horribly wrong. Like I said, mute the mic on anything that's not in use. Work with the performers to get them to tailor their dynamic performance, either making it louder or making it quieter. Here's a little flow check troubleshoot for lack of sound. Shouldn't have this problem, but it should be things like this. If it's not something on this list, you probably need to call somebody. And finally, some chips down here that are, useful to have, not the most important. I would say first, check on this yellow box. It talks about safety stuff for turning on and turning off, order of operations for these things. Best practices for not blowing out your speakers or breaking your equipment. Definitely worth avoiding. And a reminder at the end here, don't get freaked out. If you ever freak out or something's breaking, don't do anything. Just mute everything. Bring it down. Bring whatever offending channel it is down or mute it. Don't freak out and start bombing everything. You can't break the faders. You can break the gain. That's all for today. I'll leave these with you guys. If you have any problems, reach out to the chaplain. They'll probably reach out to me and I can help you out. Take care.